I've been on his streams a couple of times. Never had a chance to raid yet, but we're only at our fourth stream here. But Steep Tea paints some really cool stuff. I loved that miniature from the Kingdom Death. It was really cool. Steep Tea has he's got the hand. And let me see. Da-da-dum. Let me catch up with chat. Is that like the head of another Oni on the ground? I believe it's a mask. I believe it's like an Oni mask. So we're doing it in blue, and we're keeping it at that. But it looks pretty mask, like one of those almost like kabuki Oni masks. Oh, let me take a sip of my tea while we keep up with the chat. Wow, avocado. Is it two more to 80 already? Holy, holy. That is pretty crazy. Oh, yeah, I'm sure that Steep Tea doesn't have pictures quite yet if he was just working on it, but the Dreamer sounds pretty intense. My curiosity is piqued. But hey, thanks for coming in. And it's been like oils galore here. So we started her yesterday, and we got raided by Wapelius. And then the guy that I raided Orthober Studio, which was a new one for me. It got suggested by the chat, and he was painting in oils. And then today we gone and got ourselves raided again by Wapelius because he's crazy. And then we got raided by Steep Tea. So it's been the oil party. It's been the oil party. You're loving oils. Oh, by the way, how long have you been painting in oils? Because like I've seen your stream maybe a couple of months ago, but I mean, it looks like you really have it together. I would be curious. 5 months. Wow, that is pretty crazy. It's that easy though to learn and pick it up. I don't know you. For me, I was coming from acrylics, which I still have a whole bunch of here to my right. They feel pretty pretty lonely at the moment because I'm not using them too much, but I'm not. I'm keeping them. Sometimes I'm gonna give them some love. But man, the oils are like, they've been a life changer for me. They've been pretty crazy working with them. And we're doing the second day here on oils, so stuff is a lot more blendable, and it's a lot harder to sort of strip the paint. So that has been great. Oh, you started with acrylics as well. 3-year painting anniversary. That's great. Happy anniversary then. I might be pretty close to that too, actually, painting wise. Because I think I started painting with acrylics about the same amount of years ago, maybe 2. I'm not completely sure. I would have to do the math, which I don't like doing. But yeah, anybody that was in chat before the stream that happens to not know Steep Tea, go give him a follow. Go give him 2 follows because his oil stuff is really, really cool. Oh, and you did that crazy thing. What was that called with the long legs? That I remember I popped into your stream and you were like fixing a leg because it broke. That one was crazy. What was that called? I have no idea what that was called, but that monstery thing, was that from Kingdom Death too? It's ridiculous. That thing. It was great. It was great. Yeah, some pretty cool miniature choice there too, which is, I think it's important too. like show some cool stuff. Oh, this is what we painted on our first stream last week. We painted, some of you guys were probably here, but we painted this big boy here in oils in 2 sessions, and then I sort of finished him up off stream. But this one was a lot of fun to paint as well. Okay, let's go on with our hair. Oh, thank you, Daka and Metro. Thank you, thank you. It's a really cool mini, really cool, and it had some nice texture there. So yeah, the streaming thing has been pretty fun so far. Like I think if it goes on like this, I might actually invest in some decent equipment for filming so I can have a little bit of a better image here, because right now we're just using a bunch of what we had at home. Like the camera is actually an old smartphone, but you know, it serves a purpose. You just gotta do it, start it, and then see if you like it, I guess. And so far I do. Okay. The highlights are getting there a bit. Thank you, Megan. You were in where we were painting him, actually. You were in the first stream, I believe. Let me get a bit more straight here with the back. Giving you some cleavage view there. She does not, she's not afraid to show some meat, but I think she's still within parameters for Twitch streaming, so that's good. There are some other miniatures from Artisan Guild that sadly I don't think I would be able to stream. It's really funny when I have a few here that when I show them to people on stream, I have to put some sticky tack over their chest to sort of do a little bit of censorship, because that's what you gotta do on Twitch, which is really funny. Okay. Yeah, I think the hair might be okay for now. I just want to make sure I'm blending the color a little bit. I am, like, the light is a little bit darker than what I would usually use, so I hope it's coming out okay. And I also have to remember to paint in those ears, because we completely forgot about them yesterday. The other day someone was playing a game and dicks were just flying around. How? You know what? I don't know. I am not sure. Maybe, you know, I know it's harder maybe for Twitch to catch visual stuff than it is with like the audio. They are really good with the music. I don't really know what I did. I just, before I started the stream, I went and I read some of their terms and conditions, because I wasn't sure, because I know I really like painting, you know, sexy stuff, and I wasn't sure if I could. And from what I read, you're not really supposed to, even if it's, you know, art, which actually Instagram seems to be okay with. Cleavage qualifies her to be on Twitch just chatting channel. You know what? You nailed it right in the head, Charnel Ground. Right in the head. Yeah, she's this Oni is a Twitch streamer. Oh yes, those are holy words there. Couldn't have said it better. Yep. Instead of just chatting, she's just like hacking and cleaving away with her cleavage and with her stick here. Okay, I think the hair are good for now. Let's I gotta pick out those teeth too, but I think I want to do some skin for now. Which, oh, by the way, Steve T, have you tried? I just tried makeup brushes for oils, and they work pretty well. I did a whole lot of the more, you know, the more basic like colors yesterday with the makeup brushes, the ones that are not like too precise when you're just putting down paint in the beginning, and that worked pretty damn well. I'm actually pretty happy with it. So that's a thing now. So let's see. What's a good? I guess this brush would be fine. Just hacking should be a channel. Yep, with like her face with the bat, and it'll be like, yeah, just hacking. So let's take some of this cadmium red, which is going crazy. Like the color and the consistency, I like them so much. We're always wiping our brushes on the piece of paper, which is here, but is also too bright, so I'm keeping it tucked away. But basically every time I take paint, I am wiping my brush off a bit, and we are going to slowly put some red back in now that we have some oh, what do you call them, some shadows back in place. I do this sometimes. The multilingual function turns off after a while, so you gotta bear with me, but I can usually kind of describe what I'm trying to say, and then people figure it out. So yeah, look at that, how bright it is already. Okay, so just let's just put some of that red back in and see how that looks. And I am considering adding maybe some more other colors in the darker parts of the miniature to give it a bit more interest too, like maybe greens. So we're gonna keep an eye out for that kind of stuff, but for now let's just bring some reds back in. And for now the straight red is working pretty darn well, but I was adding some of the crimson, which is this one, to the red yesterday, and it was giving it a pretty cool hue, so might do a bit of that too later. Oh man, that is crazy looking. A bit too much paint, but it is so intense. The really money well spent on the expensive cadmium red there. So I'm not sure actually what time it is over there where you are, Steep Tea. Don't know if you're getting ready to go to sleep or it's actually morning there. I'm not sure. How long did you go? Cadmium is really impressive. Yes, it is expensive, but I think it's kind of worth it though. Especially, you know, you could wait and get like you could wait until the whatever shop you're getting it from gets a discount and get it for a little bit cheaper. It could be could actually be worthy to do that. Oh, Steep Tea, it's fine. Well, I have your Instagram, and everybody else should also go follow you. I'm pretty sure it's the same name as your Twitch handle, so you guys go look at Steep Tea's Instagram and Twitch. Yeah, I'll be looking at what you painted because I'm curious. Oh, you can, yeah, sure. Drop it. Do that, please. Eventually, I'm gonna set up that thing where I can do the shout outs a little bit more easily. For now, it's kind of like do your own shout out, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So I've got those shins, is it? They're just purple for now. So I think I'll drop in, you know what? I'll drop in a little bit of cadmium with the, oh, I took the magenta. I always get it wrong. Cadmium with that, like make it maybe a little bit more, yeah, like pinkish. And we're gonna drop them in there. There you go, Steep Tea. Yes, the 15 milliliter tube are pretty good. Like before you get like the 37, it's nice to have that and sort of figure out if you even like that paint, because many times you might not. And with oils, you actually don't need as many colors as you do with acrylics, because you're mixing a lot of your colors, and which actually really helps understanding what you're doing on the miniature, I think, and getting more of a balanced palette. Now there you go, we got some pinks down there, which I really like. Probably put a bit more, but for now, I'm really liking how it's turning out. So yeah, the 15, I think I only have that kind of tubes. Let me see. Ooh, hey, Heresy Killer. Welcome to the Brush Brigands. Yeah, I've got, what are these? I think they're 10 or 20. These are the most common that I get, and they start at about $4 or $5, I guess, but they have smaller ones. The smaller ones, this is a 10. This was from a like a starter kit, but yeah, I never got bigger ones than these, because also I don't need them. There's so much paint in there. Hey, Brian, wait, Brian, we'll call you Brian. Brian, welcome and thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, I got lucky with the cadmium red, because I actually got it from a store here that I love, that it's like a huge art store that basically it always has discounts going on, and apparently the oils there are always 30% off, which is pretty huge as a discount. So I got it from there, so it wasn't too bad. It was like maybe it went from something like $13 to 30% less. So that was pretty nice. Oh, Zulamandi is in. Hey, how are you doing? Teehee. Are you a good Zula? I'm sure you're a good Zula. 30%? Yeah, 30% off the original price of the oils. That's what I was trying to say. Zulamandi, how are you doing? I really enjoyed your stream the other day. I think we came in with from, what was it? It was a raid. I think it was with Peleus that we came in, and we had some nice chats there. So I hope you're doing good. Oh man. Hey, thank you. Did you guys like send people over here? She's streaming. Oh my god. Maybe I get to raid her. That's nice. Wait, what's she doing here? She's streaming. You guys are crazy. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I guess I don't have a more proper drink, but for now, we're going to toast with the dog mug with the tea in it. Thank you so much. You did it. You're awesome. Avocado, you're all over the place. You're crazy. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, that's crazy. 4 streams and 80 followers. What? Gotta really get good here. Gotta put some more cadmium red on the mini. Cadmium red for all the followers. Oh, it's looking so good. It's mixing with a bit of that magenta. Oh, it's great. All right, back to my show. You came in, you did your deeds, and now you get to go relax. Thank you so much, Avocado Kids. I will make sure and pop in your next stream if I'm not sleeping, hopefully. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go on here. This is like my favorite part, the red skin, because it's gonna look so bright and cool, and it's getting there. I feel like we are getting there. We still have quite a few things to paint, but let's be positive here. Let's be hopeful that it would be pretty cool to finish her tonight. And we still have quite a bit of time to go. It's not like yesterday where like halfway through the stream I was starving. So today I'm a little bit better fed. And I got the other thing yesterday was the throat wasn't cooperating much. So today I've got the tea with my special honey. I've got water, I've got throat candy, and I've got throat spray. So we're decked out. And I think so far the voice has been behaving. But then again, you've got these very, very dry Japanese winters, and that'll just dry you up. Okay, we're gonna do a bit more on the feet later when we get a smaller brush. Let me actually just brush this on. I'm liking the colors. I'm liking the colors a lot. She's just a great well, where am I? Just a great sculpt. Like I'm just brushing over and I'm getting all of these details of the muscles and the tendons and whatnot. She's looking amazing. All prepared? Yes, all prepared for the stream. I literally I've putting things one next to the other, like preparing for a war. It's gonna be a lot easier to talk, I guess, in summer. But then summer is gonna be the time where we have to deal with the crazy amount of humidity and heat. So that's gonna be another interesting one. So let's see, because it's never normal here. And it's funny because if you talk to a Japanese person about weather and seasons, that like guaranteed that they'll tell you, did you know that Japan has 4 seasons? Which is a thing that they seem to be pretty proud of. And it's like, yeah, they have 4 seasons. The season where it's too cold and dry, the season where it's too hot and wet, and then they have a season where it rains too much, and pretty much like that. It's oh, and then the typhoon season. How can we forget about that? Autumn is typhoon season. They got it all, you know. Great seasons. Always thought that was funny. Yeah, it's pretty cute. But oh, there they go. The cats are going at it again. There's some cats outside that are just meowing away today, but I don't think you can hear them. I've had people mention the seasons too. I know. Metro Racers has always wanted to go to Japan. I really hope you can, because I mean, you know, I'm making fun of it, but it's a great country. It's a beautiful and awesome country to visit and or live in. So I hope you can make it here in the near future, Metro Racer. Okay, look at that red. It's looking so good. We love it. And definitely 4 of them. Yeah. Sean Ground is new to Twitch. Impressed how much work streaming is. Yes, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, the Twitch Workers Union. That's gonna go down well. Yeah, no, that's a thing I've noticed too. That setting up a stream. I mean, on one side, like pretty much everybody can do it, and it is easy in a way because you can do it with things that you can just buy off of Amazon or you have at home. On the other side, it is a lot of work, even if it's it's intuitive enough that you can figure out most of the stuff and just get your stream going. But like doing the stream, it can be tiring and time consuming. I think it works pretty well for the miniature painting community though, because like you've got all of these people that they just sit down at a table and paint miniatures for hours at a time. So why not do it with a bunch of buddies that you can talk to? You know, that's that actually sounded pretty nice. So that's I started doing it. So we are going on with our reds here. Just putting some on the hand. Just getting our reds back up after we restored our darks a little bit. I'm gonna leave some of that purple in the hand because I really like the purple. But then the red is gonna take over most of the body and the face. It is just a beautiful, beautiful red. Like you'll probably see it a lot better once the mini is done and posted on Instagram. Ooh, that's tiny. Ooh, I might need a smaller brush for that. No, we kind of did it. Gonna go back on that. Couldn't agree more, right, Avocado Kids? It's for you too. Like you got all of that stuff out when you're doing the terrains, and you're not like you have to get up and walk around and stuff like that. And I'm imagining it can be a little overwhelming sometimes. Whoop. Just getting through a little bit of an awkward spot there. She's got a few kind of like hard to reach spots, but we're getting through them. So I also have to remember that there's a smudge of dark, like black on her cheek that we have to fix. Okay, going on. Let's do the other arm. Still mostly with just the red here, and it's looking pretty nice. And then we're just gonna keep adding more shades and colors until it looks super nice. It's important to have a variation going and not just like, you know, dark red going up to bright red. Even if I am doing it a little bit more of a simple color scheme for this particular miniature, because I'm following the Japanese Oni style, so it's pretty like simple colors, but still I want to put a tiny bit of variation in that. Give me this brush. No, it's tiny. This one. Let's see. Okay. Need to stop stopping in streams and finish my show. Are you like bouncing back and forth from streams? Just stay here at this point. You know, you gotta declare a victory there, or the opposite of victory, defeat. Yeah, all right. Bye, maybe. We might see you again in here. We'll see. Well, you know you're always welcome. I'll keep some tea warm for you. There you go. We gotta catch a little bit of that hair that became red, and we do not want that. There you go. Go back. Okay. Now we've got some belly to color. There you go. She's got these like lines on her belly too that are gonna pop out when I put the red on them. Looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna go in with a slightly smaller brush on the side. Oh, our Jargon made guacamole. He made avocado kids. Man, stop getting on my rope, Red. I know you're awesome, but do not stop doing that. It's fine because I can go back over it, but I'm trying to get a little bit more precise here with the strokes. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I want some guacamole too. I haven't had any in a while. So I gotta either make some or ask our other cook of the group to make some when we play our table games, because our game is usually, it's pretty culinary oriented there, because it's like myself and this other guy, we really love to cook, so we always make stuff, a lot of stuff for the game, which makes it even more fun to play. Okay, the belly has been reddened a bit. It doesn't travel well. Yeah, it sure doesn't. Do not send that. Okay. Oh, we need the cabbages here. They need some red. Just put it like there on top, and then see what to do with that. And I darken that area a lot because I want them to pop out a bit more, but we're gonna have to switch to a smaller brush. So let me see what we can do for that. Maybe this one, like a bit more pointy one. Potluck game nights are the best. Oh, for sure. Daka Flacka. And Steep Teeth, thank you so much for stopping by and you know, and hanging out afterwards. Thank you so much. And yeah, I know, because like when you raid someone, that's at the end of your stream, and you must be so tired. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you hopefully in your next stream. And we get a little bit of tea. Oh, that's good on the throat. Yeah, I'm liking this red. Yesterday it was good, but I wasn't getting quite the amount of contrast, because it was all too, like, it had no darks, and darks are very important. I see, like now they look even more round. That is great. The game group had a system where it just rotated game by game to a different person being responsible for dinner. That's nice too. Like if everybody is into cooking, or I mean, maybe you guys just like got it to take out. You don't necessarily have to cook. In my mind, being responsible, like in the mind of an Italian, being responsible for dinner means cooking. But that's a cool idea. In our group is more like two of us really like cooking, the other one's not really. Well, actually, one actually sometimes makes stuff. So he's got some specific things that he's really good at making. So he'll bust out the recipes every once in a while. But in our group, it just works that we just get the food going. And sometimes if we don't feel like cooking that particular day, we'll just get something to take out, and that's gonna be just as awesome. Okay, so that red I had there was almost a little too thin. We were talking thin over thick before. So we're going to need to do a bit more blending on there, but I don't want to screw around with them too much because I don't want it to get I don't want to get too much paint on it. So for now, we're flexible. Oh yeah, that's nice. Boiled lentils and rice. You were polite about that. I mean, lentils are really good. We make them a lot with like tomato sauce. It's actually there's a New Year dish in Italy that has lentils in it because they kind of represent money with their shape. But yeah, you know, if someone wants to try their hand and do something for the group, you gotta give that support. Then, you know, if they want to continue, you just gotta be like, hey dude, sorry, but no. But you know, let's see. Okay, I think I need an even smaller brush for that facial area. Give me this one. Let's clean it a bit. Just lentils by themselves with no seasoning? Yeah, that you know, maybe just a little bland. We had black-eyed peas here. Oh, on New Year's. That's interesting. And then lentil soup with mozzarella, I guess, grated into the bowl first. Yes, I mean, real mozzarella, you should be able to grate it, but I guess you're talking about the one you find in the US. Dessert stuff. Yes, Megan, you made some really cool, you made an awesome cake once, and the cute cookies, I remember. They were really cute. I think there was a smudge of black in there. It's gonna get really awkward for a second, but I want to make sure she's like red on the face and not, she doesn't have a big thing of black. Let me actually get her in closer to the light for a second, off camera. Okay, I just had to have like a very strong light on her for a second to see what I was doing. Just, yeah. Okay. It's good that, like, I'm so close to the mini right now. It's good that I have the camera really low, otherwise you would see my forehead all the time. What printer do I use? So we have a bunch here. I believe we have, what is that called? An Elegoo Mars Pro. I think we had the Photon, Anycubic Photon for a while. And, oh, primer! I read printer. Sorry about that. Well, now you know about the printers too. The primer, I use a, it's called One Shot Primer from Migamo. It's, I believe it's a European brand. So basically I'm using this because I can't get my hands on the Stynylrez primer, I think it's called. And these two have been kind of confirmed to be the good ones for oils. They have a whole bunch of colors. I just picked up these three, black, white, and sand flesh, which is the one I use. But I might give her a little bit more of white next time. Primer is actually really, really important with oils, because I used to use the Vallejo primer, which, you know, it works. I love it. It works great for acrylics, but not quite for for oils, because the primer for oils have to be, I would almost call it like a little bit porous. And the Vallejo primer is a bit too shiny. So basically it doesn't absorb the oils properly. So when you do your pre-glaze, where you put a bunch of paint on the miniature, and then if you guys have seen Steep Tea or James Wapple, you use your little, what are they called, sponges to brush it off. With these primers, the oils will be very nice and they'll stick on there, they'll actually stain. If you use other primers, they actually won't, they will just come off, and it's actually going to be pretty hard for you to paint on it, because it's going to be really easy to strip the paint. You know, if you only have Vallejo and you want to try oils out, by all means do that. I've painted a whole bunch of stuff with a Vallejo primer before I figured out that it wasn't the best one. You can still do it. You just have to be really careful how much paint you put on, and it might not be as easy to do that little bit where you do almost the dry brushing and the paint sticks. Yeah, Candon, you've had the same thing. Yeah, I actually have a little bit of like an experiment thing that I want to do on stream one of these days, where I prime two miniatures with one with Vallejo and one with the Stynylrez or the Migemo, which are basically the same one. Because I want to show people, because I've had quite a few people actually ask me about that kind of stuff, the primer, and I see that is a very talked about subject. And the one time I had a guy ask me like why exactly can't you use the Vallejo, and it's a bit hard to explain. So I thought maybe if we show it and actually compare them, you know, live, see where the strength of the other primer lies. I think it would be a pretty neat experiment, actually. I gotta color in the eyebrows there. Always a pain coloring the eyebrows. Let me get some red in there. Okay, let me get in camera too. Okay, that's looking pretty decent. You try the enamel, Nico, like for painting? I know that that's kind of what people used to use before acrylics were a big thing, and I've no idea how enamels work, so I'd be really curious to see how they work. Charnel Ground, I airbrush it, but you do not have to. You can literally brush it on, and of course when it's brushed on it doesn't like look as good, but it won't really make any difference once you start painting, putting paint on it. So you can just brush it on. Just of course, you know, don't brush it on too thick, and the same thing is for the airbrush. I airbrush it because I kind of like doing that, but you don't have to. I think James doesn't. Wapelius. He lately has been just brushing it on. Made it very frustrating trying to follow a lot, right? Oh my god, Kendon, I had exactly the same thing, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? And it was like, are my oils different? Are my oils bad? Am I putting too much paint? Am I thinning them too much? Why won't they stick? And then one day we were talking in the stream and we kind of figured it out that I think I said something like, could it be the primer? I used Vallejo, and immediately James was like, yeah, you don't want to use Vallejo. So I ordered that one from Europe. It arrived, tried it, and I was like, oh my god, now it looks like what James does. Now we can play. It's but you can still paint, right? Like I got a whole bunch of minis painted anyway. Like it's just that it doesn't do that nice staining base that you would like with the oils, which is a bit of a shame. Once a few layers of paints are on, you're sort of good to go. But really, if you can choose, especially because the primer is not really that expensive, just a couple of bucks, at least the Mega Ammo is. So it's not like you're being like, oh my god, I've gotta spend so much money. It is really important. Oh yeah, no problem. The apparently the one shot and the Stynylrez are the same primer in different containers. So whichever one works for where you're at in the world. For me, it was the one shot, but I think a lot of people in the US, they get the Stynylrez. They can find it with more ease. Okay, we got the face picked out quite nicely. I do want to put some other colors in. I was thinking I did like that more magenta kind of almost pinkish color to complete the shadows a bit. So we're gonna do that just a tad, like maybe in between some of the red and some of the purple. See how that looks. Just a bit. We don't want to cover the purple too much because the purple is awesome, but it's giving it some more of that saturation. Ooh, the spray paint primers are like the worst. Those do not work like at all with oils. They're fine with acrylics. Enamel is a strong and absorbing, well oil paint. Oh, yeah, Daka. I heard that the Stynylrez is great, and I think that's basically what I have. So it's just like you even see it when it's on the miniature. You can see the almost like porousness of the primer. It is different. Like if you look at that and like a Vallejo side to side, the Vallejo will look a lot more shiny, unfortunately. It's not their fault. They were not supposed to make a primer that worked for oils. It works fine for acrylics. So now we need to put a bit more darks under that in the inner leg there. Yes, yes. So we're gonna put a few more hues here in the skin, but always have to be careful not to put too much paint. Like I want to go all over the place, but no, we have to refrain ourselves a little bit. Just a bit. Oh, I forgot the hand with the red. How could we? Well, let me finish what I have on the paintbrush for now. Oh yeah, there you go. Some pink under that arm. That's looking good. Yeah, maybe a bit over here. Of course, we're always hitting that damn rope, which I'm just gonna like give up and do it at the end because I had to go over it already twice. So just do it later. There you go. A bit more pink, maybe over here on the side. There you go. Nice. Oh yeah, we forgot the hand. Let me do the hand. Oh, you use white spirits with enamel too. Kind of like with oils. Really hard to explain in English. Oh, no problem. I'll look it up. I really don't know anything about enamels. Like, I don't. Maybe they're oils for all I know. I have no idea. But I just know that that was kind of the thing that people were using before the acrylics, if that's correct. Yeah, you're good, Nico. You're good. People can figure it out. Here you go. I don't know why I forgot that hand. It was right there staring at me. Looking good. Okay. Well, it's looking mighty fine for now. Let's go back to it in a bit. Because I think we've... oh no, we gotta do the underside there. I remember now. I needed that slightly smaller paintbrush. Maybe that is good enough. Let's try. Let's put some of the pinkish color down there. Because I'd like that too. We just need it under here. Where I'm actually... Ooh, I'm getting in front of the light, aren't I? That's why I can't see. There you go. Oh no, Metro Racer. That is very unfortunate. I'm sorry. I hope that kind of worked. And I hope that doesn't... that is not a huge problem that can be fixed easily. That it's never too nice finding little surprises like that. Okay. Ooh, that is very pink. Oh, we'll brush it a bit, but I think I wanted to get some under here. Just try to get the smoothness going even in hard to see places, because that's kind of important to remember. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean you shouldn't paint it. But also you don't have to go too crazy with it, I guess. I just don't like, when I'm looking at a miniature, noticing that I completely forgot, whoop, that is, the brush is trying to get away. Noticing that I completely forgot an area that was hard to see. So, let me see if I can move this light back a bit closer so I'm not in front of it the whole time. That might be better. It's very cold out and the glue may not set. Oh no! Yeah, it's been really cold here as well. It's like just as December 31st rolled in, it like, you know, it's Japan, so they're precise like clockwork. So December 31st is just cold. It just got colder, and it gets freezing cold every single year. December 21st, when you're all out trying to do something for New Year's, it gets so cold. So cold. So that's fun. Need a bit more color here in the back. Okay. We can always put a little bit more, but starting to look pretty. Oh my god, the red is so powerful on that face. All right. Tea break for a second here. 3 Celsius outside. Oh, that's cold. That's pretty cold. At least it's not gonna freeze. Daka Flakafling, where the hell are you living? In Finland? Must leave you and go prepare the lunch. Nico, thank you so much for popping in. Have a good lunch. I am jealous. Alaska. Oh yeah, that's yeah, that makes sense. I think the coldest I've experienced was around -20 in Finland. I think the coldest it's been in my hometown was -15. But it's also about how wet or dry it is. But yes. Okay, we're picking out a little bit of red on the footsies. Just dropped a thing of paint. You want to visit Finland? I really liked Finland actually. Some beautiful nature and I went in like about now. It was probably the 2nd of January, and it was beautiful. That snow everywhere, like so much silence. They got some nice food too, nice fish. The language sounds awesome. I think they do some cool music festivals too. They're all crazy in Finland. They're all metalheads. I really liked Finland. It's been wet and cold. Oh no. Oof. Oh no. My family keeps sending me pictures of how much snow has been falling over there. That's been a lot of snow. The worst is when it snows and then it rains and then it like freezes back, and it's like, oh, come on, pick one. It's not the best. Finnish metal bands, hell yeah. There's something. Remember, I learned how to order a beer in Finnish. I was pretty proud of that. I think beer was like olut. I believe that was the word. Visited Bergen, Norway, but it was summer. Oh yeah, that's right, because then the sun gets crazy. Yeah, I remember, because when I went to Finland, the sun used to go down at like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was it was pretty sad on that point of view. But then we would just chill in my friend's sauna that she had in her own house. She literally had like this little underground floor, and they had a wood powered sauna, and we just get a ice cold beer and get in there. It was pretty nice. After all that cold, you get out of there, Red. That's not where you should be. Okay, what are we doing next? Well, I feel like we've done a whole bunch of stuff on there. Let's pick out some of that. I keep wanting to call them teeth on her bra, but I think it's fur. But I think I'm doing it sort of the same color as the rope. Kind of going with that similarity there. Yeah, Megan, that's strange, right? You guys have been all over Europe as well. Metro cold beer in a sauna is wow, it is like, it's one of the best things. Okay, so let's get a bit of that bluish white that kind of dried a little bit on the. No, that's not what I was using, is it? No, that's what I was using for the hair. I need a bit more white. There you go. And throw some some brown in there. Yep, that's what we're using. Summer, so it looked like noon at like 11 p.m. Yeah, I've never experienced that. It sounds weird as hell. Sounds pretty weird. Okay, I think we need a bit more brightness there. Nope, just put a little bit of phthalo green in there and it already wants to take over. Okay, maybe that's better. Just to pick this thing out. That looks better. Just have to remember to just leave it alone. Put some paint on it and leave it alone. Come back to it later. Always come back to it later. Oh, Shin, you guys were there in summer too. Okay. Oh yeah, Arc Jargon is grew up in Iceland. That's right. And he said that it's actually not that cold there. If it took me long to get used to the properties, I wouldn't say too long. I mean, it's a cool thing to experiment with. Some are more transparent. Like they actually tell you, like your cadmium red is going to be completely opaque, which this little square here tells you. But if you take your phthalo green is transparent. Where am I? Here. So it's really, you paint a few miniatures and you get that paint on the mini, and the first times it might be a little weird and you're like, why am I using a dark color and it doesn't cover? And then when I go over things with white, it actually covers. It's kind of like the opposite of acrylics. But I feel like after a while, like you start figuring out, okay, usually darker colors are less covering and all that, and you start using it at your own advantage. Like you start making all those nice washes and glazes with those kind of colors, and then you experiment with the transparent colors or the opaque colors and glazes and see what they do. So it's it definitely needs a bit of figuring out, but it's fun though. I've been having quite a lot of fun with it. How has it been for you? Have you done the same thing with the oils? Are you figuring it out? It's definitely different, a lot different than with the acrylics. Oh, for the staining ones, I think I had an idea for a thing that I want to do on stream, which could be pretty cool. I want to get a few miniatures that I'm not using, like maybe failed 3D prints, and I want to test all the colors for how much they stain, and then I actually want to add that property to my labels here, because I think that could be pretty cool. Like, off the top of my head, I know that the phthalos stain, the dioxazine, quinacridones, they stain, but like, how they stain, and a lot of times you'll be using the colors, but they'll be mixed with a whole bunch of other colors. So I have never seen some of these colors on their own in a glaze. So I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, it's taking some getting used to, Candon. I know, but it's I mean, it's been a lot of fun for me. It's a cool kind of learning experience, because if anything, like, you find out of all of these properties, and they're cool properties that they have. You're like, oh wow, the oils do this. That's that's actually pretty nice. So yeah, that's been great. But again, yeah, I would love to do that kind of experiment. You know, maybe when we're painting something, to use as a an excuse to let some of the paint settle on the miniature. That would probably be nice. And then maybe we go and we leave the miniature for a bit and we test a color or two, and then we paint for a bit more, and then we test another color, and then I would have all these little miniatures that, like, you know, each of them has a color tested on, and we would be seeing we would be using them for reference on the stream all the time. Yeah, I think that could be pretty cool. I gotta prepare some of those so we can do that while we stream. Okay, I wanted to do a bit more there on the eye, if I can, because it's not quite very well drawn there. Okay, she's got a bit in there. There you go, that's better. It's always a challenge doing the eyes. I would love to have one of those magnifying glass things. Maybe one day. I don't know if you can use it on the stream though. Maybe. I'd have to do some tests first. Okay. Looking okay. I don't quite like that eye terribly, but maybe we can go back in and fix it a bit. Let me try to go in with the clean brush, see if I can get that off. It could be okay if we're doing the blue around the eye later. It could be. Let's leave it at that for now, and let's go back in on some of those the horns, the teeth. We've got the nails. Let's look at some of that and see what we can do. But actually, I wanted to do this. I wanted to take some of that yellow and mix it with some of that black, which I really love the kind of dirty green it makes. Like, I don't know, what do you call that? Sap green, maybe? It makes a really nice dirty green. So we're gonna start with this, I think, for some of our stuff here. I think I can add a bit of white to it because I'm already doing a base on it. Yes. So that's it. And I was saying before that I'm trying to decide what miniature to paint next. We have a few options actually that I'm liking. Reading glasses work pretty well and wouldn't get in the way of the camera. Oh, do you think that would work for someone that doesn't need glasses to wear glasses? I have no idea. Do they just magnify stuff? I am very ignorant in that sort of thing. Please eliminate me. So I actually have another Oni from, well, the camera jumped there a little bit, from the same set, and I thought we could do a nice set of like blue Oni and red Oni. We could do that. And then there's also another thing that I've been wanting to do that I just found out about yesterday. One of the accounts that I follow on Instagram is doing you know, monthly painting challenges, and I actually participated in the last month one, which was like Christmas themed, and this month's theme was announced yesterday and is actually painting with just one color, which is actually one of the things that I would really that I was thinking about doing on stream at some point, monochrome. So that could be a cool challenge to actually do on the stream. You're allowed like one color that is assigned to you, and then black, white, and not purple, metallic. I don't know why I said purple. So that could be something cool to do on the stream for sure. Reading glasses work pretty well and wouldn't get in the way of the camera. Genuine Vision says that was intense. Smallest little blue titbird? Not sure about what that was, but sure. Is that something you just painted? Non-prescription magnifiers. Huh. That sounds cool. I mean, I've seen that you can get these sort of like magnifying glasses that are like, you know, they're a bit bulky. It looks like you can like put them up over your head and then bring them down when you need them. I've seen some people use them, and they've been using that on stream, so that could be a thing to use. Finally finished putting wash on all this terrain. Oh, okay, you get to go to bed. Well, I'm glad that you hung out during the stream. I hope that was relaxing for you, a good thing to listen to when you're doing your thing. I do that all the time too with other streamers. So Daka Flacka Flames, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope to see you here soon. Good night. Oh, I see. Genuine Vision. That sounds really, really intense. And if you have any pictures, or if you're going to put any pictures on your Instagram or anything, feel free to drop a link in there, because I would love to see that. I think we would all love to see that. That sounds really cool. It's so feels so rewarding when you paint something tiny, I think, doesn't it? And maybe like a small pattern, or even just eyes on a miniature. It's when you've done it and it looks okay, you're like, wow, I did it. Look at me, I'm a true miniature painter. Some stuff can be pretty damn small, and I guess it's gotta be frustrating if you don't have like super good sight. I mean, there's some stuff that I can't see what I'm doing, and I have average sight, like I don't need glasses. Just upping onto Insta, that's great. Then make sure you up it onto here too, the link. Sounds great. Like, people have been putting a whole bunch of stuff on the Instagram lately. I've got to get my my big lizard on there. He's not, I think he's almost dry. Probably gonna take pictures sometime this week. I'm not a super, I don't update the Instagram super often, because I don't do like the work in progress pictures. I feel like I'm just okay doing the finished ones, most of the time at least. There you go. Like smoothing some of this color. It's great too, like the feet. They already have so much definition on them, and all I did was literally just brush on a bit of paint like that, and it just did itself. I don't even feel like I did it. I just brushed some paint on, and it looked good by itself. It's it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Okay, so while we wait for genuine visions work, we're just gonna go in and color in a bit of these teeth and bones type of things. It's getting up there with the time, and there's still quite a bunch to paint, but you know, it's I would really like to finish this today, but I would rather not, you know, hurry too much. Like, I don't want to go crazy, but I think it's nice to give yourself a goal. Eventually, I think, you know, I might get fast enough that I can actually finish one mini in 1 or 2 sessions. You know, it's hard because you're on the stream too, you're doing the chat, and then you don't realize how many little details there are on the miniature. You want it to look good. Like, I could literally keep working on this mask thing for another hour, but you know, I really wanted to get to the freehand on the cloth. We'll see where we get tonight. Well, if not, maybe we can do another stream, maybe tomorrow, or maybe later. I could even finish her on stream and finish her and start another miniature. That would not be a problem. Maybe next week. Yeah, I'd rather finish her on the stream if possible. That would be cool, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. All right. Hey, Josh Mustang. How are you doing? Okay, just making sure that everything is nice and smooth. Man, every time I turn her around and I see her face, it's looking crazy. All right, give me just a second to get some water or tea. And it's also lip balm time because dry. Okay, that is great. Okay, so let's go on and do a few more of the, okay, I think these nails can be a little bit lighter and maybe a little bit more yellow, but we can always go on with more of a glaze later. I'd actually like to try that. Like, right now they're kind of like dirty green. I'd like to see what a yellow glaze would do to them, for sure. Oh, we haven't touched the weapons in forever, and these need some yellow on them too. Oh, we'll get there. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of work, but it's been fun. Using glasses with 20/20 vision would just change the focal point. Well, I gotta try doing a bit of that and see how that works. I didn't think about that. I did think about getting one of those magnifying visors, I think you can call them. So maybe I'll try the glasses first. I mean, even getting just a little bit of magnification could make the difference between a crappy looking eye and a not so crappy looking eye. So I'll get on that. I'll look into that. Oh, the teeth. The teeth we have, I need to pop out. We need to do a bit of that. The fangs here, it's like she's got so much fang that is getting in the way of painting her face, actually. So that's fun. Helping hands. There's a magnifying glass and 2 little arms to hold the mini. Oh, I see. I might have seen something like that, maybe. That's really cool. Yeah, I've seen those like magnifying lights that are like it's like a round light, and there's a which is also a magnifying glass, and you kind of look through it, and through the ring light, it also lights up your miniature, which those also look pretty good. I don't know how usable they would be on a stream, but they might be pretty good for just painting by yourself, and they aren't too expensive. Yeah, there's actually a game store kind of near me that has specializes mainly in stuff like Warhammer, and they sell stuff, but they also have this big like space with tables where people can play, and then they have a painting space, and they have wait, gotta do the teeth, gotta stay still. I saw that they had the magnifying lights for people, which that was pretty cool. So I guess if you go there and like paint with those and then decide to do it by yourself, you have to get a magnifying light because you get spoiled. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I'm starting to see some teeth there. She's starting to look good. We'll definitely want to put some yellow on there and also get rid of that white dot on her lip. Give me, where is it? This one. Yes. Get off. Good boy. Okay. And I hope my voice doesn't trail off too much. Sometimes I get a little concentrated and the volume might start going down. I hope that doesn't happen too much. And I hope the stream is enjoyable and or relaxing. I mean, depending on how many people, how many raids we get and all that. Sometimes it can get pretty spicy in here. Okay. There you go. So she's got those. She's looking okay. Let me just retouch a little bit of that. Okay. That looks good. What else have we got? She's got some skulls in her hair. I think that, okay, we might want to do it a little bit more, where's a good brush for that? This one still. Add a little bit of yellow to that. There you go. Ooh, Genuine Vision is posting the Instagrams. Everybody go look at that. And let me see if I can click on that too. It's I have to do it from like another computer because it's kind of I want to touch like as few things as possible on this one. But yeah, let me see here for a second. Oops! Oh, I lost my microphone. Can we click on that link? Oh, I don't think I can see. Well, I'm just gonna have to go and see it later. But everybody, go look at the add the link because we gotta see what's been going on. Wow, nice. Hey, Avocado Kids is back. Maybe for reals, maybe for fakes, maybe just for a bit. Okay, let's get some color in here. There you go. Yeah, that skull needed a bit of like yellowish color on it. Now we can actually see a bit more what's going on. Let me put some more. There you go. And she's got a bone in her hair holding it there. And put some color on that too. On this side. There you go. Because she's got bones coming out of the hair. There you go. Are you listening while you watch the show? What are you? Can you do that? I didn't know you could do that. That sounds like it needs a lot of concentrating power. Yeah, exactly. Aw. Well, I'm glad you're making it work there, Avocado Kids. Very appreciated that you're hanging out. It's really nice. We've been going for 3.5 hours. Can probably go for a bit longer. Hey, Metro Racer, thank you so much for dropping in, and hopefully see you next time. Be well and be good. Oh man, I really want to go see that bird. I will actually, you know what? I'm just gonna look at it on my phone because it is right here. I'm just gonna leave you with the cleavage for a second, and we're gonna look at it real quick. Let me see. Come on. There you go. Oh man, I wasn't following you. I fixed that. Whoa, that looks so cool. That bird. That bird has so much detail in it. How did you do that? That's crazy. Oh man, I love it. It's great. It's great. Yeah. Holy, holy. Wow. Wow. Compliments on that, because that looks amazing. Some amazing detail right there. That's what we're talking about, like needing reading glasses or like kind of magnifying stuff, because that kind of stuff can make you go pretty crazy sometimes. Visor and good brushes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about getting that visor, because sometimes it's like I just can't see. It's too small. Too small. Oh, that's looking good. The paw pads. Wow. Yeah, practice and passion and patience. The 3 Ps. Really. Now that's some really good stuff. It's always inspiring to see other people's work. It is so nice. And I wanted to do, whoops, some blending here on the hair, because black hair has been a little bit of my crux here. Like, I always end up making it not black enough, or I don't think if maybe it's just me. Oh man, speaking of that, I just remember that we forgot that it has ears, and we have to go in and paint some ears. Let's do that right now, because her ears are pitch black right now. Let's go pick those ears off. There you go. Now she can hear you. That's way better. And the ears, sometimes they always get lost into the hair. Well, Avocado Kids, you're great at the whole diorama thing. The dice towers I really like. And I like how you put like moss on them, make them look really realistic. They're really cool. and really gotta do some maybe exchange of knowledge there. Maybe when we do the multi-stream. Oh god, that ear is really hard to get. Let me see. I don't want to paint the metal stick, but that's gonna be pretty awkward. Oof. Well, there's some paint on it. I can't see. Okay, let's go in from here. Oh man, modelers making places that is hard to get to. Okay, I think we got it. I mean, we got as much as I can see it. There you go. Okay. Okay, the ears are safe. We did remember about them. Well, we haven't messed around with the whole weapons and all that for a whole bunch of time. Let me see if I can put a bit of darker colors into her. It's not a katana, but you get what I mean. That thing, that weapon. Okay, let's get some indigo to start with. Maybe, oh yeah, let's, what the hell, let's darken it down with some black and add a little bit of Van Dyke brown. Just get me a nice and dark color that we can just put there, forget about it for a bit, and then come back and maybe blend that with some lighter white-ish color. Let me see, where are we here? Okay. Always trying to check that I'm on camera. Red skin is looking great. Thank you, Envenom. Thank you so much. It's that cadmium red I'm really liking a lot. Oh, Shauna Ground is off to bed. Thank you so much. Oh, nice. Yeah, not sure if I'm gonna be able to like finish her, but if not, we're just gonna finish her in the next stream, because I really want to do that freehand live on the stream. But thank you so much for hanging out, and have good dreams and have a nice breakfast when you get up. Yes, so let's just get some more darks in here, which incidentally are really easy with the oils. I guess like metal and weapons are one of those things that I wouldn't say my least favorite, but definitely the ones that I don't get a lot of like interest for them while I'm painting. There are like things that you are more drawn to, I feel, when you paint, and I seem to always kind of forget about doing all the little things made of metal and the weapons and all that. But I feel like if I get a bit better at it and figure it out a bit more, then it's gonna become more fun, because I would know what I'm doing actually. But the metal painting has definitely been a lot better since I discovered the oils. Way better. A lot easier to figure out. Yeah, so well, if you're just basically just trying stuff, and then if it doesn't work, we'll try again. Like we'll put some here, and then we'll just blend it and see how that looks and go back to it if we need to. And there you go. What time is it here? Oh, okay. Probably gonna have to think about doing some food later too. So it's probably gonna have to be we're probably gonna have to be finishing her in our next stream, but that's gonna be fun. We've actually achieved quite a lot today. I mean, especially if you compare that to how much we would have achieved if this was acrylics. I feel like the oils are great for streams in that way. Like sometimes I watch streams of people that I really like, but the visuals of the painting are a little like you don't see a lot changing, because just for the nature of how you're painting with acrylics, it doesn't, you're doing stuff, you're slowly adding paint. And back when I was doing acrylics, that was a very relaxing thing for me to do, just take time to glaze things over and over. But I feel like if someone was to, come and look at you, there's not really much going on. So I actually wanted to start my stream back in the day when I decided to start streaming. And I was gonna start in acrylics. Where is that brush? Yeah, this one. I was gonna start painting in acrylics because that's what I knew how to do. But after seeing the oils, I had to kind of go back to the drawing board and be like, wait a minute, I think we're onto something here with this oil thing. And so basically I waited until I knew how to do the oils. I learned them, and then I came back to the stream. A bit more bright. There you go. I feel like that's what I wanted to be painting, because it looked so much easier and so much faster and so much fun. Because for me, one of the things with acrylics was sometimes it can be a little not frustrating, but like how fast the paint dries on you. It can be a little frantic, how you have to always be careful that paint doesn't dry, and especially in a stream where you're always talking to people. Maybe you're stopping to look at someone's work or just talk. I feel like the acrylics would be like, oh my god, I have this brush that has paint on it, and it's drying while I talk. I have to get painting. It would be hard to concentrate, I feel. But acrylics are fun too. Sometimes it's cool to have like exactly the color you want without having to mix it. That was a dirty brush. Need this one. You just grab the color you need. If you're painting more than one miniature with the same color scheme, you can reproduce it exactly the way you want it. So there's some cool things. Okay, but also, can you do this kind of blending that quickly? I know I couldn't. Okay. So I need a smaller blending brush, maybe this one. Yeah, that's nice. You always want to have a few dry brushes, like brushes with no paint on them, so you can use them as blending brushes. Yeah, I want this one to be sort of like dirty looking, like, or a bit almost like opaque, not too reflecting. I might decide to put a bit more even like greens or yellows in it, almost like stony. I don't know why, that's how it feels like to me. Yeah, that's nice. How about we put a few colors into that metal mace? It's not a mace, it's a metal stick, and then maybe we'd give it a few highlights, a bit of yellow, just making it a bit more interesting there on the color side. Let's see how much. Oh, that is actually, wow, almost the same as what I was putting on. So give me a bit more yellow. That might do it. Let's see. Yeah, just a bit of that here. Oh, I know what we need to give it a bit of like an interesting color. Maybe we can put some pinks in there. Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do in a minute. First, I want to put some greens in it. Yeah, I like that. Just giving that metal, and then we can always darken it down. But we're giving that metal some of that, I don't know, like things are made up of more than just one color. I'd like that to show. Ooh, the handle, maybe it should be darker than that. Maybe it should be almost black. Ooh, decisions. Well, let's leave it at that for now. I think I want to grab some of this pinkish, yeah, mix it with what I already have on the brush. It becomes almost purple. Let's see how that, ooh, where am I? Over here. Let's see how that goes on. Oh yes, got a nice purple to make the bat way more interesting than what a regular metal bat can be. Oh, I like that. I like that. And then we can even add some blues maybe in there. Yes. Maybe we can add some blues. I do like that. There we go. I like how the stream kind of changes. It'll start maybe chill as people join, and then like the mid part of the stream, I feel like it's always the craziest one with people. Maybe you get raided once or twice. You get a lot of people talking, and then as the stream keeps going, maybe it winds down a bit. Like, I like these ups and downs. They're really they make the stream very pleasant, I feel. And because, you know, a lot of times there's people that just watch without really interacting, which I do myself a lot too, because many times maybe I'll be painting and I just put a painting stream on while I'm painting, which actually really gives me a lot of inspiration and motivation, because, you know, it's there's someone else there painting with you, right? So you're kind of like more motivated to get things done. So it's really nice to think that there might be people doing that with my stream. Okay, we're adding a bit of blue in there, and then probably gonna do some dark glaze, perhaps. Maybe add some more yellowish colors in there. But it's looking pretty nice. Let me do, I do want to blend it just the tiny bit, not too much, because we'll just get gray. But I want to get rid of these bright dots. They're too bright. There you go. Put some more blue up here. The blue will actually make a nice contrast, I feel, with the red. So, yeah. It's crazy how messy you can be with the oils, and it'll still look good. Okay. I feel like the mace is looking a bit better now, a bit more interesting. I like looking at a miniature and seeing a lot of colors in there. Like something that looks gray, but then you look in the gray and there's purples, there's pinks, there's yellows in there. It's really nice. Okay, look at that colorful bat of ours. Blend it a bit more. It's always, you can always bring the details back, but I do not like unblended pieces of color. Okay, what do we do to that, that handle there? I'm not liking much how bright it is. Maybe I should really make it a bit more... Yeah, you know what? Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's try to make it like a dark Van Dyke brown with even some black in it. And start from there. And then see, maybe we can pick out a few highlights. Yeah, darken it down like that. I think that's what I'd like to do. The voice is still kind of okay, but I can feel it scratching every once in a while due to the dryness of the weather here. But we're keeping it together for now. See how long we can go. Ideally, I would start the stream a little earlier, but we've been recuperating a little bit of sleeping time in the past few days, so the day has started pretty late for me, later than usual. So maybe the next streams will be a little bit, we'll start earlier, we'll go longer, because I'm doing the thing where I'm streaming between my lunch and my dinner. So, you know, if I go too long, then it'll be, whoops, it'll be bedtime. And this Brush Brigands gets no dinner. We don't want that. And we also don't want that color on the hand. Thank you. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I like that. Like darkening it down might have been the way to go, but stop getting on my mini black. Okay. Oh, it's coming together. It's coming together quite nicely. Man, I'd love to go like all night and just finish it, but oh boy. So, haven't had a lot of food today. I would probably like lose consciousness on stream, and then all you hear is just noises of like grumbling stomach. Oh, I think I like that. I think I like that dark. I think we did a good job there. Good us. Yes, I am liking that quite a lot. It was pretty good. Like it was pretty easy to darken it down. Let me see if I can put some of this color in some of the recesses of the hair. Like this Van Dyke brown black could be a thing that I discover actually. Not bad at all. like we still need the I want to get some more darkness around the face here, and there are a few places where the red from the skin kind of got onto the hair. There you go. Oh, that was a nice brush stroke. That was good. We can pat ourselves on the back here. Nice. Okay. And here too. A little bit inside this crevice here, right next to the, oh, there you go. Okay, that's some tension releasing there. Okay, oh, there's some black again on the shoulder. Go away. Oh, that would have sucked to get off if it was acrylics. Okay, let's do that. And that's looking pretty nice. I like how Chad just goes silent every once in a while. There you go. Yes, I've darkened the hair quite a lot, but I'm still not satisfied. Hey Shane. Still there, enjoying your breakfast. It's 3:30 in the morning, Heresy Killer. Well, thanks for still being with us. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are just have the stream on, just passively, which can be pretty relaxing sometimes. Still here, alternating between this and Final Fantasy. Oh yeah, I know you're an avid Final Fantasy player. Has it still been fun with all the stuff that's been coming out? Thinking about how funny it is how miniature painting is kind of turned into a fine art nowadays. I wonder. I mean, I'm sure I'm kind of new to it. I'm sure it has been around for quite a long time, but you know, with the whole Instagram to it and people getting into photography and all that, I guess there's a lot more people that share their work, and maybe before it was limited to the professional competitions, where now it's more of a public domain thing. That could be. That's kind of interesting to think about. I saw that some miniature painters actually tag their stream. Like one of the tags that they use is like visual ASMR, which is kind of funny. I guess for some people, yeah. I mean, I get pretty relaxed sometimes when I'm watching these streams. It really depends on the person, and well, you'll always get the occasional folk that just like coughs into the microphone, and there are a lot of streams that are a lot more lively too. Like you go on Avocado Kids' stream, and his stream is very lively. Like you gotta be awake for that stream. I was actually debating whether or not to have music in here, copyright free, of course, but I'm not sure. I do like just the plain voice, for the reason that like I like listening to my own stuff when I together with people streaming. So I guess if you don't have music in your stream, people can actually put something on that they like. But you know, the same. Just started playing again. Yeah. In the same way, I've been watching some streams, and they had some pretty cool music on that I wouldn't have thought of listening to myself. So I think it's nice to have both. It's more about which kind of stream do I want to be. And I think for now, it would just be one more thing that I have to worry about. So I think for now we're keeping it music free, and then maybe we'll see where things take us. Oh, she is starting to look pretty nice. We are still far from the finished product, but we are getting there. So we did the hair. Oh, I've been wanting to color in, now that I have that color on the palette, I want to color in those eyebrows a bit too. So let's get a bit more that black and that, yeah, there you go. Let's see what we can do here. Where is it? Here. Oh, tension. Okay, that should be almost it. Okay, I think that's where they are. Yeah, they're going up like that. Let me see. I was kind of surprised when I saw miniatures show up for the first time in that magazine. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe there's just, you know, with more and more people getting into it. I don't know, do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? There could be a bit of both, maybe. It's definitely nice if more people find it as a you know, a relaxing hobby, which I think that's what a lot of people do it as. And if it can bring a livelihood in for some people that are good at it, that's it's going to be really good for them. I have heard of at least one person that was recently having problems with their regular job, and they started getting more serious with painting miniatures, and now that kind of became their alternative livelihood, which is amazing if you think about it, like kind of like getting saved by painting miniatures there. I think like that's pretty nice. I just find it really relaxing, and if it can slowly get to be something more for me, that's gonna be an amazing thing. I have already made a job out of one of my hobbies, and that went okay despite what everybody says, so that's good. So we've done the eyebrows, and boy, I'm really liking how the face is starting to look. Let me make sure that we've got everything nice and blended on the face, because it's the first place people are gonna look at. Ooh, and I really wanted to put some blue on around her eyes too. We might want to do that. Oh, got rid of some black mark there, and just blend a little bit over here. I don't know why, but sometimes when I'm doing something very delicate with the brush, I tend to lower my voice volume. It's really funny. And like maybe because if I talk too loud, I'm just gonna distract myself maybe. Okay, nice. I like that. Oh, do we want to put some blue on those eyes yet? We can try. we can try. So what I want to do for people who haven't seen it, see how these masks here, they've got some color around their eyes. I really liked how it's like a set where the blue has red and the red has blue around the eyes. There's a little bit of black in there too. I want to try to do something like that, and then maybe put some red around the eyes of the mask that's on the ground, the blue mask. And then if I ever get to painting this guy blue, then maybe we can do something like that, so they're kind of like twinsies there. So let me grab my trusty brush, this one, tiny brush. I think it's a good thing. Oh, more respected. That's a nice way to see it. Also kind of worries people see all the really good paint jobs and get intimidated. Sure, that's not a problem. Oh yeah. The getting intimidated thing, definitely. I agree that I think we were talking about that yesterday too, about how I think we had someone that was painting miniatures for the first time or was gonna start, and everybody was telling them, don't get intimidated, just get inspired by all the good works that are out there, and things like that. So I mean, I can say that sometimes I have been getting intimidated too, when you look at some stuff that people do and you're like, wow, like I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to do something like that, and you start thinking those kind of things instead of just painting. But yeah, like everything, when it gets more popular, there's always the ups and downs, the goods and bads. But that's kind of up to people to not get intimidated and just do things. Ooh, that looks pretty nice. I think we can make that pop pretty well in there. Oh yes, I like that blue. I'm glad we did that. Let me see if I can get it a bit under her eye too. Yes. Okay, that's approved. Let's move on to the other eye. And that'll also give us a little bit of that connection that you need between the various parts of the miniature. Like we have a blue element on the like at her feet, and there's really nothing else blue in here, so I'm gonna make sure that that has a bit of points of connection. There you go. Ooh, I like that. Man, she is looking fancy now. It's almost looking like a real Oni. Look at that. Ooh, this blue with the red really does it. I'm sure you really can't see much with this camera, but we've done the all around her eyes in blue. Might have to go in and correct it a little bit or fine tune it, but luckily the modelers of this model, the Artisan Guild people, make the eyes and the eyelids really stand out, so it's kind of easy to pick them out here. Okay, that's really cool. Then I think I really want to make the eyes pretty yellow, and which, speaking of yellow, I think it's about time for us to go in there with some more yellow. Give me something that I can use. Maybe this brush. It's a little big. It's a little big. Give me a smaller one. How about this one over here? Maybe. And just put a bit more yellow on that loincloth because we need to get it up there in brightness, because I want to put some tiger